Yo guys, it's your boy RT1MM here today, and today we are back on another load. So today we are heading from Warsaw to Visborg in Denmark, beg your pardon. So this particular load is canned food heading down to Visborg for one of the biggest selling retailers out there that will be using this to sell on at a later date. So this particular event, well, not event, but journey, is going to be in two parts, as it is over 895 kilometers, so it's a total of about 17 hours, and is going to be separated into two parts around about the half an hour mark in real time, so about halfway through the whole delivery. So with this delivery we have had a few little challenges just before we left the yard anyway. I spoke to one of the bosses and he said I'm going to be picking up a faulty trailer once we finish this delivery, which will be heading into the mechanics to get repaired. So I needed to take an extra toolkit etc. with me so I can hook up and get this down for an MOT and service. So once I do get there, you'll see in the next episode. It is a bit of a challenge, but hey, what can we do? And yeah, with this we do go quite far this episode. We do about a 9-hour day. We get to most of the way there pretty much. We had about 4 hours for the next video, so you can have about a 10-15 minute video for the next one. And yeah, so we've done a total so far of nearly 12,000 kilometers on the truck, due for its inspection maybe at 25k. Depending on what time I get back to the yard. 25k is the normal, but we can stretch it to 30, even to maybe even 35 if need be. But the basic inspection is to just see how well the truck's doing, to maybe change the brakes, change a few of the calipers, change maybe a wishbone or whatever you want to call it, maybe even some of the 4 to 5 leaf springs on the rear of the truck, which help us attach to trailers. Apart from that, it's been a pretty nice little drive. Heading from Warsaw to Visborg is a fairly long journey. You have to go through 2 continents, I believe. You leave Poland, enter Germany, then enter Denmark. So technically you will see within the next 2 episodes me within 3 different continents and countries. Not continents, countries, beg your pardon. And there's a lot that's going to be changing. The chrome wheels I just recently installed are due to be going in for paint over the next week. They will be getting the KH colours. They will go red and a like grey colour with night haulage installed on the side. Over a few days it should be happening. We're looking at maybe Friday of this week, maybe Saturday, depending on how quick we can get down to Visborg and meet the painter who is down there currently doing another truck. He said he'll hang on until Sunday. If we're not there by Sunday, we'll have to be back over in Germany, in Grimsby, where he is based out of. We hire him out and get him sent over to the countries and places and our yards that really need the work done. So yeah, apart from that, we are cruising. Got some good news for you guys. We might be heading over to Russia again in the later dates. As you can tell, we've just entered Berlin. But we will be possibly heading down to Russia, maybe back into Germany, and possibly even down to Italy. I'm not too sure yet, because we are still got a fair amount to do on the job sheet. And there is plenty we can still do. So once we get this job sheet done, I believe I have a 2-day break period, as I have booked a day for personal reasons to take off. And they were like, yep, that's fine, let's do this and make sure this is all arranged and tidy and sorted. So I was like, yep, let's do it. So I managed to get a few days off over the near future. Which means that there will be a lack of videos, but I'm going to pre-record a few anyway, so the days I'm off that they will be covering. So the truck specs have changed slightly. We'll go over that in another video at a later date, but we're not too sure if anything's going to be changing till I enter back into Grimsby and have the final inspection done to the truck. So now we are getting stupidly close to the end, and that truck there was being very, very stupid. He wasn't watching what he was doing, and he literally turned into the front of my cab and destroyed one of the locking bolts for my wheels and destroyed one of the mirrors. But luckily enough, when we stop, I do have the backing cover, a spare backing cover for it, so I can just clip it on and get back on the road. So when we do end up getting to this particular parking point, we do have to reverse in, as it's a bit of a smaller yard for me to park in. It's a bit of a pain to, in general, turn around. If you have a truck and it's full, it's a pretty tight yard, and I can't moan too much about that. We had somewhere to sleep. I spoke to one of the drivers, Billy, and he should be lingering around this point tomorrow when we're leaving, so I've pre-booked him in for the sleep point, but I'm not too sure where he's going to be. If he's already said if he can go past, he'll go past, but hey. So yeah, so now we are slowly approaching Herning, or Herring, or whatever you want to call it. I'll call it Herning. We are literally on the final approach to the sleeping area, which is just up here to the left, I believe. No, not to the left. You go up, round, and then to the left. I know where I am. But yep, we are currently pulling in quite close to the final sleep area where we'll be sleeping. And that car there was trying to overtake me for ages, and he decided to brake check me at a very, very stupid point. Luckily, I was watching and I noticed what he was doing, so I managed to swerve out the way and reduce myself the injuries. So we are here, guys. We are approaching the final rest area just here on the right, beg your pardon. And this camper here was supposed to pull out, but he didn't, so luckily enough there was enough space for me to slide over. So guys, I'm going to end it off here. You're going to look at the horrible people in Denmark that don't want to let me reverse. So I'm going to leave it here, guys, as I say. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Guys, just before we end the video, I want to say a massive thank you for non-copyright sounds for letting me use Let Me In as the background tunes.